I think this is one of the bravest art images I've ever made. Cataclysm. Everything breaks down. Life demands surrender. Destruction makes way for new possibilities. I'm Melanie Widener, artist and spiritual director in Albuquerque, New Mexico. For almost 20 years, I've been deeply inspired and challenged by Brian Swimme's teaching. I've come to agree that learning from how the universe works can bring spiritual and ethical guidance to help make changes toward more life-giving ways of being and living. Swimme recorded an 11-part series called The Powers of the Universe in 2004. Using stories from science, he explores the fundamental principles or powers of how the cosmos functions. I'm deeply intrigued by how these principles are at work in our own lives and across the whole planet. So I'm busy exploring the powers of the universe spiritually and artistically. I've been given 2 grants so far to work on a series of fabric mandalas, circular collages made of fabric and thread, intended to convey each of Swimme's 11 powers. Cataclysm is my second completed mandala. We humans are a part of this amazing cosmos on an incredible planet. If we choose to live in alignment with the same processes and forces that brought us into being, then we have a better chance of survival, literally. Our souls thrive best when we live in harmony with the cosmos and the oneness that pervades it. But not all of the universe forces are easy to live with. This power of cataclysm just might be the hardest one to face, let alone engage. It's taken a lot of courage for me to step into this power artistically and really experience it internally. It will take an incredible amount of bravery for all of us to allow cataclysm into our cultural reality, into our spiritual practice, and into the global conversation about how we live together. We here on Earth can feel the cataclysmic stress and pressure of our era. With global climate disturbance and warming, ecological disruption and disaster, daily eruptions of individual and collective violence, economic and political greed and corruption, injustice and hate embedded in our cultures, deep disregard for the value of life. We know we are in dark times where the systems and balance are falling apart. We sense that we ourselves might be the next fossils after the trilobites, animals who flourished all over the planet for 300 million years, then died out, every last one of them, in a mass extinction 250 million years ago. In my Cataclysm art image, the trilobites are mascots for a way of life that completely disappeared. I come from a culture that so often values comfort over sustainability, power over justice, money over well-being. And to be honest, I love being snug in a warm house with a washer and dryer, driving a gas-powered car whenever and wherever I want, privileged in 1,000 ways as a white, educated American. But I can feel, and maybe you can feel, that this life is just not going to last if we keep doing business as usual. And I can feel, maybe you can feel, that this way of life hurts my neighbors, the poor and the oppressed, the plants and the animals, and the planet's beautifully balanced ecosystem. But I don't really know how to choose to release some of what we cherish or think we need so that all of us can survive together. Sometimes I just turn off the news when I feel overwhelmed or uncomfortable. So why would we humans care or try at all if it's all going down anyway? This is the transformational part I appreciate most about Brian Swimme's teaching on Cataclysm. He invites us to actually join this dissolving, this letting go, rather than to fight against it. To embrace this very power that's tearing us apart. It's true, Endings and destruction are a part of the fabric of the universe, unavoidably. Knowing that, now can we, with conscious self-awareness and wisdom, help certain things fall apart on purpose? Can we break down the aspects of our lives that harm ourselves, each other, and the planet as a whole? Individually, culturally, politically, religiously, we have to ask fierce questions and take brave actions to intentionally dismantle that which does not serve life as a whole. Then, from those surrendered raw materials, we can begin to make new, interdependent, life-enhancing patterns and paths for the future. That kind of transformation will take time, healing, dedication, wisdom, and imagination. I'm inspired by the story of the universe and the ways its powers have fostered life again and again and again. My new art image of Cataclysm joins this story to raise fierce questions and to point to the invitation and even the hope that the power of breakdown offers to us. May we answer that invitation to life in the days, years, and era to come.